Did Tillman indicate to you there was anything specific bothering him tonight, or is it just command and not effective?
No, he had command. He came out there after the short rain delay or long, or about medium, I guess, and got a quick out and went out and put a 0 up after that, and command just wasn't there. You keep waiting for him to. It's tough because you got a guy that's really got a track record of pitching well for us over an extended period of time, and he's just not doing it right now.
But were you hoping maybe with that triple play would kind of give him some momentum? Sometimes early on, a good defensive play like that can kind of change the conjecture of a start a little bit?
Yeah, it usually does, but that gives you an indication how much Chris is struggling with his command right now, because usually on paper and usually that's what happens, but I know it's real frustrating for him. When it's like, people talk about guys that strike out a lot with a lot of power. Can you imagine the frustration of having that type of power at your fingertips and not being able to get to it? Can you imagine having the ability to pitch successfully up here and not being able to execute it? So it's tough.
Castro came in and did really, really well. Would he be somebody?
He did 6 complete, or okay, but he came in the middle of an inning. Okay, I thought it was either 5 2/3, 6.
I mean, would he be somebody who you might think is a starter?
Oh, we've considered that all along. That's why he was starting down in Bowie. That's what he started out as before they did some experimenting with him in, I think, Toronto it was. So there's always that background, it's because of the third pitch. So, you understand the environment which you come in there and that comes the rescue mode. And, we kept waiting. He'd thrown 70, 72, I think, at one point this year down in Bowie. So, but it's been a while, so I didn't want to push it past that too much. But kept waiting to see him maybe need some help out there. But, if we win or competitive the next 3 or 4 days, a lot of it's going to have to do with the people we didn't have to use tonight because of the job Miguel did.
Because Castro pitched that much, and then given the fact that you are carrying 6 starters, I mean, would you have to make a move for the bullpen?
Well, we're also carrying 7 relievers. That's what's unconventional about it. Heck, they're carrying 9. So it's kind of state of where most teams are this time of year. But the big challenge is because of the way their roster's drawn up, they're very right-hand dominant. So, you need to be strong right-handed you never assume that, any pitcher, whether it's Kevin Goswin or Miley, are going to get real deep in the game. I don't care. I guarantee you Brad's prepared behind a guy like Verlander. What if? So, it's something that we're going to have to consider to make sure that we're covered there. But, Richard Blair needed to pitch tonight. He'd been off 5 days, so I think he'd be available for length, and he can defend himself against right-hand hitters. But some things we have to consider.
But does this put you in a position with Castro that you either have to send him out or start him 5 days from now?
No, Peter, I've said it a few times in here. When a guy pitches well, I'm going to do everything possible not to send him out. That's the way it's supposed to work. So we'll do. He's doing his job, and because he got called to do it over a long period of time. Now, there's time and place for that. Unfortunately, we haven't had to do that this year. But I think maybe once you could call it that, but he's pitched well enough to deserve to be here.